The left hook is one of boxing's most lethal weapons. It requires timing, accuracy, and speed. But if done right, a left hook can produce a devastating outcome and end a fight in a moment. This incredible punch has been responsible for crumpling many opponents to the canvas, causing significant damage and producing some of the most sickening knockouts in boxing. So in this video, we'll consider some of the cruelest left hook knockouts in boxing. In April 1990, Donovan Ruddock faced former WBA heavyweight champion Michael Doak for the WBA Intercontinental title.
Whether he's scared or not would scare me. Way of thinking about boxing, and once they get up in position, they don't want to fight.
The fight was mostly competitive until the fourth round, when Ruddock unleashed a left hand that sent Doak reeling against the ropes.
Legs it off.
Ruddock followed up with another two left hooks to knock Doak out cold for several minutes.
It's all over! It's all over! What an impressive performance by Razor Ruddock. This is the best young heavyweight prospect I've seen in years, Sam. Strong, good, hard puncher.
Two left hooks knocked out Michael Doak. He is down right in front of us and out cold. Two doctors are in the ring.
In April 2019, Nonito Donaire defended his WBA regular bantamweight title against Stefan Young, who was brought in as a last-minute replacement for Zolani Tete.
And we are underway for this
Donaire controlled the fight using his superior boxing skills, but Young responded well with good counters of his own.
But you can see the power.
St. Louis has been... Well, and as you get older, there's a...
more in the pocket. He's willing to trade.
Good ebb and flow action. There's a big right.
However, the fight ended abruptly in the sixth round after Donaire found an opening and landed with a clean left hook.
To be able to evade, and there's a back left hook. Down goes Young on a thunderous left hook.
And they're talking about Nonito Donaire at this 118th. Everybody better watch out.
Good night, Stefan Young. Nonito, my goodness.
In September 1993, Samoan New Zealander David Tua faced Rick Honeycutt in his ninth professional bout. Tua had no trouble against Honeycutt as he easily dominated the fight and floored him with a vicious left to the body in the opening round. Honeycutt bravely got up and made it out of the round, but Tua returned in round two and flattened him with a terrific left hand.
La Comisión Atlética del Estado de Nueva York. Impresionante todo lo de David Tua. Nos hace acordar a Mike Tyson por su estampa. Es un pesado, pero no grandote, de 217, 220 libras. Pero con la contundencia y con un poder de pegada impresionante. Lo mandó a la lona en el primer capítulo para el conteo de protección. Sobrevivió el primer round y aquí lo despachó en el segundo capítulo.
In September 1990, former world title challenger Jim McDonnell returned to the ring after a year hiatus to face Kenny Weiss. The bout, scheduled for 10 rounds, ended abruptly in round 4 after Weiss scored a scary knockout with a brutal left hook.
Oh dear, that's gone. That's the end. Oh dear. Don't bother to count. That's a dreadful knockout.
In his 10th professional fight, a teenage Mike Tyson took on Robert Collet in a bout scheduled for 8 rounds.
Against Robert Collet, coming off a win in his last fight.
Tyson came out in his usual bobbing and weaving style to get on the inside, where he delivered a devastating left hook that sent Collet down hard.
Left hook, good night. What a great shot. There's a mandatory 8. They keep wheeling him out. He keeps knocking him over.
In March 1996, IBF junior lightweight champion Arturo Gatti made the first defense of his title against Dominican challenger Wilson Rodriguez.
Self at all times. Shake hands, come out boxing at the bell. Good luck, 12 rounds.
Both men looked to establish their jab, leading to fast exchanges in the opening round.
Then he did the radio broadcast, such as Arturo Gatti. Rodriguez speaks no English, told us.
With a minute to go in the second round, Rodriguez floored Gatti with a quick combination.
A big job coming up. Gatti goes down on a short left hook inside. And he didn't see it coming. No, because his eyes...
However, he bravely returned to his feet, and the fight became an all-out war that saw both warriors bombard each other with heavy punches.
Drama to rescue Arturo Gatti's star status in December. That's one thing you have to always worry about in a young fighter. Great right hand by Gatti. He's remembering to go to the body, and he's landing that left hook. Yep, he's wobbling now. Yes, he's Rodriguez is about to put him out of there with accumulated punishment. Gatti fighting back with the left hook. He landed another one, and a vicious low blow, and he got away with it. Wayne Kelly was looking upstairs. And Gatti finishes the round by pulling it out from nowhere.
In round 5, Gatti floored Rodriguez with a wicked body punch.
50% of their blows in round 4. There's a lot of contact here. Rodriguez goes down from a body shot. 5, 6. Body blows did it. Here comes Gatti. Can you believe this kid? He got away with another low blow. He takes a hard one on the chin and another. Rodriguez turns it around.
Then, in round 6, the champion closed the show with another left hand.
Down goes Rodriguez. What a left hook. 4, 5. He won't make it up from that. No way. No. Arturo Gatti. How about that? Comeback win.
In November 2005, IBF light welterweight champion Ricky Hatton and WBA light welterweight champion Carlos Mausa met in a unification bout.
Tiene un 90% de triunfos por fuera de combate. Es un hombre que recibe mucho castigo.
Both men got off to a fast pace, but Hatton ended the opening round with a terrible cut above his left eye.
Favorito. Les dice que cuidado con las cabezas. Esto sería tremendo. Deslucir entre dos boxeadores que practican un tipo de boxeo similar. Sacar y sacar su manager Ray Hatton. Y ahí tenemos un Catman.
Hatton, however, settled down and found his rhythm in the later rounds, allowing him to control the fight easily.
Y en su defecto, el Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
Mausa offered little in terms of offense, but managed to survive until the 9th round, when Hatton unleashed a vicious punch that knocked him out senseless.
Tírese recto, le dicen. ¡Oh, bueno! Tremendo, tremendo ese crochet de izquierda de Ricky Hatton, que ha explosionado en el mentón de Carlos Mausa, y me da la impresión de que esto se acabó. Efectivamente, se acabó. Se acabó el sufrimiento para Carlos Mausa, y Ricky Hatton ha obtenido una brillantísima.
In this classical matchup, Rocky Marciano faced fellow contender Harry Matthews in a heavyweight title eliminator in 1952. Marciano came into this bout with a perfect record of 41-0, while Matthews had not lost a fight since August of 1943.
And Harry Kid Matthews, classy Seattle contender. 10 rounds here at Yankee Stadium, New York.
Matthews was impressive against Marciano in the first round, landing sharp counterpunches. However, Matthews was unable to withstand the constant pressure from Marciano.
The end of round 1.
In the second round, Marciano found a home for two vicious left hooks that floored Matthews and ended the contest.
Matthews is down. Two lightning-fast left hooks. He's badly hurt. He can't make it. See Marciano's terrific punching power in slow motion in just a moment. Now let's take a closer look at the knockout and see the terrific power of Marciano's punching.
In a much-anticipated rematch, unbeaten Danny Garcia defended his WBA and WBC light welterweight titles against Mexican legend Erik Morales.
Good luck to both of you. Touch it up.
Round one.
The 36-year-old Morales looked every bit of his age and nothing like the man who once fought Marco Antonio Barrera and Manny Pacquiao. Meanwhile, Garcia dominated the fight with his superior speed and strength.
There missed twice and takes 3 punches. Good body shot.
And he is getting countered by Garcia.
Good right hand by Garcia right there. It was a stationary target. Takes a right hand.
Yeah, after Danny's finished with his...
It's just a case of Garcia outquicking Morales so far.
To be this dismal, not a good...
At the end of round 3, Garcia had Morales in trouble, but the former 4-division champion was saved by the bell before Garcia could inflict damage.
Good right hand.
Sure was. That hurt Morales is in big trouble at the bell. And big trouble as he stumbles back to his corner.
However, the fight ended abruptly in the 4th round.
Danny Garcia's doing... Oh, my.
Just a brilliant shot. Knocks Morales through the ropes.
And the trainer got in the ring. And it's over, y'all.
That's it. Just like that. And this is a case of the king is dead. Long live the king.
In September 2010, Canelo Alvarez defended his WBC silver super welterweight title against former welterweight champion Carlos Baldomir.
Not a few of this crowd have come to see.
Alvarez dominated the much slower Argentine veteran.
Alvarez landed another one of those hooks. His trainer calls hard right.
Before unloading a left hook that sent Baldomir face first to the canvas in the 6th round.
And this is dazzling.
Down goes Baldomir on a rocket left hook. That's the biggest moment of the night for the crowd. They're going wild. And the count is finished, and he knocked Baldomir out. Not a TKO, a knockout.
In April 1997, unbeaten David Tua defended his WBC international heavyweight title against Russian Oleg Muskayev.
Trunks, the Tua man across the belt. Here we go, round 1, scheduled 12.
Tua faced a tough test in the Russian challenger and found himself trailing on points after 10 rounds.
Minute to go in round number 2. Good right hand by... Nice combinations by a body shot by Tua. Muskayev comes back. Muskayev again. Punch hitting Muskayev right on the belt line. Off on his gloves. Good. Muskayev trying to land that right hand right down the middle. Muskayev using just enough movement to keep it 1.
However, Tua backed the challenger against the ropes in the 11th round and unloaded a series of punches that ended with a left hook to win the fight.
Legs a little wider, takes a left on the hook, and another one. His eyes roll back in his head on that one. Muskayev is out. He goes down, and the referee stops the contest. Man, David Tua has championship power. Once you get into those late rounds, even if he's behind, he can pull it out. Muskayev's eyes just roll back into his head, and he is a heck of a finisher. What a performance by David Tua. They're about to...
Jersey Joe Walcott and Ezzard Charles shared one of the greatest rivalries in boxing history. In July 1951, the duo met in what would be their third of their 4 fights. This was also Walcott's 5th attempt to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Meanwhile, Charles, who was the undisputed champion, came into this bout as the heavy favorite and was expected to beat Walcott for the 3rd time.
Charles, the heavy favorite in dark trunks.
However, Walcott gave his best performance and won most of the rounds with his superior work rate.
And a left hook as they flurry. Then again, Charles and a left to the body. That hook was false, hitches. Then again throws that left to the body. A right to the jaw. And Charles comes back with his right. Then a left. Walcott about to land a smashing right to the jaw. The best punch of the fight so far. It shook up the champion.
Then, in round 7, Walcott put Charles down with the left hand that landed flush on the jaw.
With every ounce of remaining energy, Charles attempts to beat the 10 count. And it's all over. At 55 seconds of the 7th round, Ezzard Charles sheds his crown, and Jersey Joe Walcott becomes...
Walcott, being 37 years old at the time, became the oldest fighter to win a World Heavyweight Championship. The record stood for over 3 decades until George Foreman broke it to become a champion at age 45. In this battle between 2 heavy hitters, former middleweight champion David Lemieux and Curtis Stevens met for the WBC Continental Americas and vacant WBO Intercontinental middleweight titles.
Ouais, c'est rare que David est le plus grand des deux.
From the first bell, Lemieux took the initiative, firing hard shots to the head and body, while Stevens looked to counter.
À la contre-attaque de Steven.
Beaucoup de temps, mais là, il y a du monde pour le craquer là-bas aussi.
Et là,
bonne
Steven,
gauche avec son crochet.
Faut se méfier.
On sait c'est quoi l'intention
de Steven.
Oui. Bonne gauche de Steven. Est-ce que David l'a bien encaissé?
Both men went toe-to-toe in the 3rd round, exchanging hard punches.
Oh, attention, est-ce que David est ébranlé?
Posé, là. Il est conscient, là.
Les meilleurs coups de Stevens depuis le début du combat.
However, the fight ended suddenly after Lemieux connected with a vicious left hook that knocked Stevens out cold on impact.
Et là, Lemieux...
Oh!
Lumière, fermez les lumières!
Oh boy!
Quelle puissance de David Lemieux!
Quel droit! Un coup!
Et il avait le meilleur round Stevens.
Oui, c'est le meilleur round de Stevens. Il prenait confiance, il s'ouvrait davantage.
Et regardez comment c'est long avant qu'il revienne à lui.
Ça, c'est des images très inquiétantes, évidemment. C'est pas la...
In this battle of unbeaten champions, Ricky Hatton took on Floyd Mayweather Jr. with the latter's WBC and the ring welterweight titles on the line.
You like watching Floyd Mayweather fight? Feast your eyes.
Hatton took the fight to Mayweather and sent him reeling with a hard left hand in the opening round.
As long as Hatton is functionally in the fight.
See, that's again that foot speed. He's got Floyd.
However, once Mayweather found his rhythm in the later rounds, he took control of the fight and picked Hatton apart with his accurate shots. Hatton was able to hold his own for a while against Mayweather.
Mayweather as Hatton came in. Sometimes it's the right hand, sometimes it's the left hook. Huge round for Mayweather here in the 8th.
And don't forget, there's no standing count here.
Mayweather believes he's got Hatton in big trouble.
However, the 5-division world champion caught Hatton with a perfectly timed left hook in the 10th round.
And stride for stride throughout their careers.
Check left hook. A check left hook went right into it. You never saw it.
What a perfect shot. The left hook by Mayweather and...
Hatton got up but appeared dazed as Mayweather went for the kill, ending the fight moments later with another sharp left hand.
Every situation for Hatton.
This fight is over. Floyd Mayweather has a knockout victory over Ricky Hatton.
Mayweather dealt with a situation or a fighter he's never been confronted with before.
And it brought the best out of him.
He stayed close and closed the show.
A brilliant.
In June 1986, Mike Tyson took on Reggie Gross in a 10-round contest. The bout got off to a fast start as Gross attacked Tyson in the opening round, landing a few of his punches. However, Tyson found an opening and connected with a single left hook that flattened Gross with only a minute left in the first round. Gross struggled to get up, but Tyson resumed the action and put Gross down again with two left hooks to end the fight. In February 1970, Joe Frazier and Jimmy Ellis faced off for the undisputed heavyweight championship. The title was last held by Muhammad Ali before he was stripped because he refused to be drafted into the military. Frazier claimed the NYSAC title by beating Buster Mathis in 11 rounds, while Ellis defeated Jerry Query in a majority decision to claim the WBA title.
All right, we've had all the introductions. The bell for round.
After controlling the action for the first 3 rounds, Frazier sent Ellis down with a huge left hand in round 4.
There, a left that missed, another right that connected. Down goes Ellis. Down goes Ellis. He is beaten. Jimmy Ellis is going to try to get up. He is 1-2.
Ellis barely got up before being counted out. However, Frazier resumed the attack and put him down again at the end of round 4 with another left hook.
Standing there. Oh, a tremendous left hook, and he cannot be saved by the bell. He cannot be saved by the bell. This fight may be over. Ellis with tremendous courage.
Ellis was saved by the bell this time around, but he could not come out for the 5th round.
Talking to Angelo Dundee. This fight may be over. This fight is over. Angelo Dundee called Tony Perez over. It is over. A knockout in the 4th round.
In March 2018, Alexander Povetkin defended his WBA Intercontinental and WBO International Heavyweight titles against David Price.
Good luck to you, both touch gloves. David Price, rank outsider here.
Povetkin caught Price with an overhand left in the 3rd round, sending the Englishman to the canvas.
Shootout. It will get really fascinating, but Povetkin.
Price, however, got up and came back strong and returned the favor shortly after, scoring a knockdown of his own at the end of the round.
Heavyweight division, and we haven't even got to the top of the bell. And a left hand from David Price and Povetkin.
In the opening minute of round 5, Povetkin rocked Price with a right hand before finishing off with a vicious left hook.
Phenomenal times for the big boys. And Povetkin with a right hand and a left hook lays out David Price. The tail's in. He won't make it. And it is Alexander Povetkin that finds the ammunition to end the argument. And he will be the one that goes forward to face either Joshua or Parker. But for the moment,
in a bout billed as raw power, 2 heavy punchers, Tommy Morrison and Donovan Ruddock, squared off for the vacant IBC heavyweight title.
Across the way, Razor Ruddock, the man who gave Mike Tyson 2 difficult bouts.
Despite being out of the ring for nearly 2 years, Ruddock showed no sign of rust. He got off to a fast start and floored Morrison with a right uppercut in the opening round.
I was going to remind people of the nice uppercut by Ruddock. Oh, there goes Morrison!
Morrison came out strong in round 2 and forced a standing count after landing an uppercut of his own.
Because of the gloves on the top of the rope being used as a support.
I guess. It just seemed like Morrison had a big advantage there.
Meanwhile, Ruddock took control of the fight again in round 5, hurting Morrison with his straight right and counter left.
Now he is forcing Morrison back. That uppercut may have stunned Morrison. Tommy Morrison.
Morrison appeared to be in more trouble in the 6th round when suddenly he landed a monstrous left hand.
There's a hook by Ruddock and it may have hurt Morrison. Big left hook! Down goes Razor Ruddock!
The knockdown was the beginning of the end as Morrison unloaded more punishments, forcing the referee to halt the contest.
A standing 8 here. Now, he needs to buy about 10 more seconds, and it's a long one. He will not do it.
Oh my, it's over. Toward the end of the round, Ron Lipton says, I have seen enough. Tommy Morrison comes back to win with a TKO here in the 6th round.
Take a good look at Razor Ruddock if we can focus on him. That's not the look of a fighter who should not be fighting.
In July 2007, little-known Nonito Donaire challenged undefeated Vic Darchinyan for his IBF and IBO flyweight titles. Donaire was meant to be another showcase for Darchinyan, who was making the 5th defense of his title.
Had the test questions in advance. We'll soon find.
However, it became clear from the opening bell that Donaire was there to win and was not afraid of the champion. For everything that Darchinyan threw, Donaire appeared to have an answer.
Is the correct thing to do, and another in fight since. Oh, Darchinyan got nailed, and then he came back. Here's a right hand, a miss by Donaire with the left of Vic Darchinyan. Now, counter left there by Donaire. Another.
In the 5th round, Donaire caught Darchinyan with a perfect left hook that dropped the champion for the first time in his career.
Working well. Oh my! Look out! Darchinyan down for the first time.
Darchinyan struggled to get up but stumbled into the ropes, prompting the referee to stop the fight.
It's all over. Nonito Donaire has pulled off the monstrous upset in emphatic fashion. Vicious left hand. What a knockout for Nonito Donaire. That may go down.
In May 2012, former super middleweight champion Mikkel Kessler moved up to the light heavyweight division to challenge Alan Green for the vacant WBC silver title.
И занять высокое место в рейтинге.
Скажем так, по иерархии.
Kessler got off to a rocky start as he was floored in round 1 by Green, who looked to dominate the fight.
Что такое?
Кеслера-то болтануло и очень прилично.
Это нокдаун.
Надо
очень тяжелый причем.
Точно в подбородок. Несмотря на все улыбки, мы понимаем, что состояние Кеслера...
However, Kessler quickly regrouped and the bout became a one-sided affair that saw Green on the receiving end of punishment.
Попал, да? Ну еще попади, попробуй.
Ну, а что в этой...
Kessler ended the show with a monstrous left hand early in the 4th round.
Боксеру. Его нахождение. Вот это да. Вот он, левый боковой, который мы ждали. Это страшный нокаут. Мы видим, судья даже не стал считать нокдаун до конца, он вынимает кап.
Which of these fighters do you think has the best left hook? Leave your answer in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and click on the bell icon for more interesting videos.